Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Kutastha Deepa. Deepa is light, knowledge. Kutastha is the one which is supporting everything, which is illuminating everything, without which nothing can happen. And yet, nothing happens to this is the Kutastha Deep. This Kutastha Deep we have to recognize as our essential nature. Like when we think we are brother, father, mother, naturally our field remains limited. When I think that I am a father, then I am a limited being. When I take myself to be a man, then I am a limited being. I am not a woman. When I take I am Indian, then I remain limited. I am not the American. So, all our knowledge is normally limiting. And how this begins? It begins when we have taken ourselves to be the body. So there are 4 stages through which we have to go in practicing or living in meditation. The Kutastha Chaitanya is infinite one without a second, meaning which includes everything, excludes nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. That is what we call Brahma Chaitanya, Kutastha Chaitanya, Paramatma, Brahman, Bhagavan, whatever names you may give. That is the ultimate reality. Now this reality, ultimate reality, expresses through the body, and thereafter I am body notion happens. And this notion is the first fall. So, from the infinite, I am fallen down to something finite. This is called as Mithyatma. Mithyatma means that which appears but doesn't exist. See? Mithyatma. Because we continue to exist whether we are identified with the body or not. But when we are identified with the body, we mistake that body alone I am, and thereafter the waking life begins. So, that which appears for some time and thereafter doesn't appear, but it makes no difference, that is mithya. Appearance, not real. So, Mukhyatma, Kutastha Chaitanya. Mithyatma, the body notion, identified with the body. After that, the third generation. Then we become Vyavaharik Atma. Vyavaharik Atma means after body identification, we become somebody or the other, mother, father, etc. So we have to conduct our life in the light of that relationship. Third. Now this third generation has no limit. How many relations are born? So Mukhyatma 1, then Mithyatma body, it keeps on changing, but we think it is the same. It has become many. From there, then relations, so many of them. Relations and possessions. And in this, where we are now, buried under the burden of relations and possessions, then we get tired. How long this one? Because human mind cannot remain attracted towards the same thing for a longer period of time. So, we get either disillusioned or we get a terrible fall in our life. And then we start rethinking about our life. See? Like a good dream never breaks, but within the dream, when an accident happens, it breaks. Similarly, I loved him so much, I have given up everything, but now he came to be a cheat, and I don't even. Then what to do? Let us go for retreat. Then we come for the retreat. After having come over here, then we are now nobody. This last stage is called as the Paramarthik Atma. Now we are seeking something beyond the finite. Who am I? Because we have lived as a body, we have lived as rich or poor, we have lived as mother, father, everything, and all of them did not give us fulfillment in life. Because there is something always that can be added, improved upon. And therefore we are in search for something higher. And that something higher we have checked in the world, it doesn't have it. So we imagine, let us go and do meditation. And then we go to meditation. And there again we get locked up, fixed. I do meditation. How long you do meditation? Maybe about 1 or 2 feet. No, not like that. See? Then competition. Again samsara begins. Therefore, ultimately, when none of the things give us something which is different and average, then we come to Vedanta. And when we have come to Vedanta, remember, this is not our efforts. The basic principle of spiritual life is Ishvaranugrahateva pumsam advaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. If we are attracted towards the Vedanta Upanishad, non-dual absolute reality, then it is by the God's grace. So, first is the God's grace, Ishvara Krupa. Then, because of the God's grace, we come across the Satsanga. After we come to Satsanga, then by the grace of the Satsanga, we are exposed to the scriptures. Then the grace of the scriptures is, we are given the right kind of knowledge and understanding. Up to here is in the God's creation. Hereafter, the last point, which is most difficult, we have to bless ourselves. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. we have to live our life. See, can you do japa for me today? I am feeling sleepy. No. Can you take food on my behalf? I am not feeling hungry. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to practice our own spiritual life. There is no proxy. And when we come here, then we are exposed to the Upanishad, etc. And then we are told that what is our anatomy or morphology, whatever you call. Then we are told body, Annamaya Kosh. It is supported by the energy, Pranamaya Kosh. Communication, Manomaya Kosh. For whom, Vijnanamaya Kosh, I. Where from it comes? It comes from the Anandamaya Kosh. So now, our mind is not running in the world. Now we are working on this. Annamaya Kosh means what? The body. Now, is the body that I have created? Is the body listening to me? We start working on it. Then we are not experiencing, but we are convinced. Really, body I cannot be. Slowly, slowly, our identification with these things start falling down. And to the extent our body identification goes down, to that extent our involvement in the world is also reduced. Because we know this world comes into existence only after body identification. Last night we all were sleeping. Where were we, when were we, and what were we? Nothing. Again, body identification, again the world begins. So, the world begins from our body identification. If we want freedom from this world, we have to have freedom from body identification. Okay? If we are convinced of this, then we will take the next step. Otherwise, it is okay, but I like, then go and do yoga. Live long, live healthy, to do yoga. So after we are convinced of this, now we have to work on it. Here we take the next step. Our body is made up of the 5 elements. So 5 elements are the cause, body is the effect. So, can the effect exist without the cause? Cause is gold, effect is ornament. Can the ornaments exist without the gold? No. Similarly, the body cannot exist without the 5 elements. Now what is happening? We are identifying ourselves only with the finite 5 elements, and therefore we have imprisoned ourselves in the body. Now continue your contemplation and thinking. See? Like, these are basics and nobody can help us in this. Our present understanding is what? Whether it is right or wrong. We imagine or we experience this rosary, this mala is inside. Inside what? Inside my pocket, yeah. Okay, pocket. The phone is outside. No, no, no. Phone is inside. The shoes are outside. No, no, no. Shoes are inside. The car is outside the compound. No, no. Car is in Goa. Bombay is outside Goa. No. Bombay is in India. New York is outside. In, out, in, out. Till such time, in and out is valid, samsara will continue. In deep sleep, we are inside the body or outside the body. Think. What is the truth? The truth is external air, rather external space and internal space. This external, internal requires a reference point. So what is the reference point here? Walls of this hall. We are inside the hall and space is outside the hall. So from our point of view, we are inside and the space is outside. From space's point of view, the hall is in me, but I am not in the hall. See, friends. So what is meditation? Change your standpoint of life. We have to change the standpoint. So, how do we change the standpoint? Now start again. Life are the prana. They are inside, air is outside. Can the connection between the outside and inside air be cut for good? You cannot. See? So, our understanding is the air, the prana is inside and outside there is no prana. So, do kumbhak. Cut the connection between the external air and internal air. How long? Half an hour. What will happen? Next question will not come. You are liberated. So what is the truth? The truth is the air is not inside the body is in the air. Change the standpoint of life. That is living in meditation. Then, any object that is known, how it is known? Object is outside, the knowledge happens inside. So this is a phone. This is not known to the phone that my name is Samsung. Phone doesn't know. The object is outside, knowledge of the object happens inside. And it has to be in the same mind. So, our understanding is I am inside and I am knowing the world outside. Knowing is happening in the mind. But from the mind's point of view, if you look at it, so the body is in me, but I am not in the body. See? Body is in me, I am not in the body. Now continue your reflection, contemplation. If I am not in the body is in me, then what will be me like? If I am not in the body, means what? I have no shape, no size, no modification, no nothing. I, the mind, contains everything, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Now hereafter we start playing meditation. what it is like being other than the body. So, what is our understanding about the body? Body is having a shape or a size. Other than the body means what? No form, no shape, no size. So, give the mind this data, what it is like being other than the body, no form, no shape. So, what will happen? Mind will drop the body and merge in the total mind. What happens in the deep sleep will happen when you are sitting for your prayers. But the difference will be, in deep sleep you sleep, in meditation you don't sleep. Therefore, the difference between the deep sleep and meditation is hairline thin difference. In both the places, both the experiences, there is no body identification. Now, this has to be lived 24/7. Meditation is not for half an hour. Now, when we are conducting our business day to day, that time also meditation continues. Like what? See, anything that I like, I want, is only with reference to the body. So, if I am not the body, will anything attract my mind? See, I am not that. See, friends. So, what will be the meditation? Worldly things will no more attract our mind. What is our present status? Keep on getting the things, accumulating the thing, accumulating the thing. So many of them. And then huge possession. See, friends. So, how do we know we are living in meditation? Now, our attraction toward the worldly things is slowly reducing to a great extent. We are not hating anything, but we are no more attracted towards something. This is meditation in every moment of our life. Then the second step. Is anything in this world which is without any shape, without any form? Yes, there is. What is that? Space. Now, what is the space? Space has no beginning, no center, no end, no modification. Is it not our experience? We have no experience of birth, that of growth, that of modification, and that of end. So, meditation will be, let us play space, space. Like the children play home, home, they become husband, wife and play. But they don't become husband and wife. They are just playing. Exactly the same way. Don't become meditator. Play meditation, meditation. As a result, you will never be successful or you will never be a failure in meditation. Because you are just playing. You are not doing meditation. In Panchadashi itself it comes. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya deyamevavashishyate. When the meditator and the meditation, both of them are dropped, what remains is Paramatma Kutastha Chaitanya. You have not done anything. Then continue further. Space supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. When we are moving in this world, I am not telling sit down and do meditation. When we are moving in this world, there will be so many things happening around, good and bad, but we don't react. You must have seen sometimes people when they drive the car, the traffic is unruly, they become so angry, frustrated, because they have become driver. Don't become a driver. If there is a traffic jam, wait for some time. Otherwise, become angry, come on. You are in samsara. Therefore, living in meditation will be we stop reacting to anything in this world, like the space does not react. This experience is called the Bhutakash. Bhuta Akash means gross space. So we are now playing as gross space, like the children play home, we play as gross space, gross space. So we are everywhere, but nothing is touching us. How the things touch us? When we create impressions on the mind. I like it, I don't like it. I want it, I don't want it. Impressions are created. Live in such a manner that Shatrau Mitre Putre Bandhau Ma Kuru Yatnam Vigraha Sandho. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. Be friendly with everyone. So what is the experience of the space will be our experience. Both the sound and the silence, they are same for us. Like the waves and ocean are same for the water. Ocean doesn't drown the waters and waves do not give birth to the water, nor do the water dies when the waves die. Exactly the same way. We are ever the same. In this, practice, it becomes very easy. Our old habit of comments, involvement, questions, remembering the past memories. How many times we have thought about it? Don't talk about your past. When you talk about your past, your body identification becomes stronger and stronger. Because past belongs to the body, not to you. See, one of the most important things, we have to live without choice in the present only. We cannot live yesterday. We cannot live tomorrow. So if we have to live in the present, why not follow that? Then we will discover what is the ego. Ego is a mule carrying the burden of the past in the form of achievements, failure, health, disease, friends, enemies. That mule is called the ego. So when we consciously work on this, don't bring your past in the present. Old people particularly, they don't understand this. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their own future. The old people have no future. They have only past. So what we will bring, we'll do talk about. When I was there, who asked you? Immediately that mantra should come. Who asked you? See, friends, if you have to talk about space, what will you talk? Keep quiet. Now that non-reactionary presence doesn't mean we are dumb. What happened, Guruji? Since I got realized, I'm feeling very low. Then into the depression. If sleep is the experience of happiness, divinity is the experience bliss. Sleep will come and go. Bliss doesn't come and doesn't go. This we have to live. So, first, the body is in the air. The prana is not inside the body. Then the second thing, the body and the prana, they are in the mind. Mind is not inside the body. Like the space is not inside the hall is in the space. See? Like yesterday I gave example. If this glass is empty and we move, the space inside doesn't move. Why? Because inside there is no space. The glass is in the space. The glass is moving, not the space. But in place of the space, if there is water, when the glass moves here and there, then the water also moves. Why? Because water is only inside, it is not outside. Change the standpoint. And this can happen only when we become aware that spiritual life and meditation is a constant process of learning from every experience. For example, I'll give you how I live. We were in Hawaii with my friend. Two of us, he and me. That was his birthday, so we went there. And in one hotel we went, and he was searching out what can be available for eating, vegetarian. So in that hotel there was a huge aquarium in the center. So he was talking to those people. I took my camera and I was taking pictures. So he came. He says, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, I'm dancing. Swamiji, why is she like that? I said, you are seeing what I am doing. Why ask unwanted questions? Okay, you are taking pictures. I said, yes. What? I said, you tell me what picture I am taking. Maybe you are taking the picture of the fish. I said, no. Maybe there is a snake in the aquarium. I said, no. Then maybe the size of the aquarium. I said, no. Maybe inside there is so much of decoration. I said, no. Then I said, think? He said, no, I give up. I said, I am taking the picture of water. Without water, can anything exist in the aquarium? But our attention goes to the finite. Attention doesn't go to the infinite. Okay. I said, now tell me, what more? That's all. I said, no, I am seeing something more there. What? When, now be attentive, when you add few more fish in that water, will be a burden to the water? If you take out all the fish from the water, will there be any loss for the water? But for the onlooker, oh, last time I came, there were only 5 fish. Now there are so many. For the onlooker. But for the water, no problem. Whether there are fish or no fish. Now apply that principle to yourself. Whether there are so many fish or all of them go away, what happens to the vision? Nothing. What is meditation? It is a migration from the objectivity to the subjectivity. See? So what will be meditation? Living. Let worldly objects not influence our peace of mind. Presence or absence of things becomes an issue if we have given importance to them. If we have given importance, we have to devalue that. Nobody can do it for us. See, my friends, anything you give importance, that will be the cause of your misery. Anything. Give importance to punctuality. You will be the most miserable person. Because somebody or the other will be late. And then you get disturbed. See? Give importance to the cleanliness. You will see dirt even in the soap. See? This is how we have to learn. You give importance to your children, they will make your life miserable. So if we have given value, importance to something or somebody, we have to devalue that. Nobody can do it for us. So, what is living in meditation? Let the worldly objects have that value which will destroy us. No. If it is there, very good. If it is not there, very, very good. Over. But on every small little thing, we get obsessed. Like, while eating, I like achar. Swamiji, why do you eat achar? Because when you take achar, your vichar are better. But then when you go to China, what do you eat there? Do you get their achar? Yes. Really? What achar? Cockroach achar. Very tasty. Am I going to China to eat food? See, friends, so those who are obsessed with food, they'll be only thinking about food. भगवान के लिए नैवेद्य क्या है? अरे you don't worry about भगवान. पुष्टि मार्ग, 56 भोग. See, friends, therefore, living in meditation is, let us not be obsessed with anything. So how to do our Mahamantra? जो थारी राय सो मारी राय. No problem. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. There's a friend of mine in Delhi. This is his mantra. Before listening to you, he says, "Sanju, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. किसके बारे में?" To take this stand in life, you are living in meditation. Let us not be obsessed with any object. Net result, we have migrated from the objective world, we have come to the sense organs. And then the second step, we are slaves of our own sense organs. So the slavery to the sense organs should be dropped. This we achieve in our Bhimpura camp in a very unique way. All the people, they sit together, unlike the bhikari as we have here. Take the food in the beggars. There they sit nicely in a pangat. And somebody comes and offers you food. Take a dignified way. Here it is disgusted way. जाओ लो अपना खाना. So everybody is given food, all of us sit together, then the person, he starts calling various gods. Narmada Mata ki jai, then Narmadeshwar Mahadeva ki jai, Ram Lakshman Janaki ki jai, Hanuman Dada ki jai. After everything is over, then he will say, Aaj ka bhojan. Everybody has to say loudly, Bahut acha hai. If the sound is not sufficient, he said, you have to tell it again till you talk loudly. I'll keep on saying. So, Aaj ka bhojan. Everybody shout, Bahut acha hai. They are not yet eaten. So, start with that attitude in life. How are the things? Oh, wonderful, very good. See, life is like a cup of tea. It depends how you make it. This is living in meditation. Okay? So, meditation is a conscious living wherein we are migrating from the periphery of our personality coming to the center. So from the sense organs, we come to the mind. Now what is the mind? Mind is the place of dvandva. Dvandva means complementary opposites. Joy, sorrows, gain, loss, friend, enemy, success, failure. All of this is happening in the mind. See? So we have to go beyond the mind. Then what is to be done? Bhagavad Gita. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhayo yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. When we live our day-to-day life, it is natural. Either we succeed or we fail. Either we gain or we lose. Either we have joy or sorrows. Same krutva. Take them with equanimity. Yes, थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. Meaning what? देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Meaning, naivam papam avapsasi. Papa is what? Papa is any interaction creating any dent or a dash on your mind is a papa. And when something good happens through you, feeling very good, that is also papa. Sin and merit, they go together. There is no absolute sin. There is no absolute merit. They are together. See? How simple it is. Therefore, we have to lead our life day to day. But if we are only stagnated in the mind, such people are now emotional, constantly seeking attention. And the more we live at the mind level, stronger is our personality. This is what happens when we are not given due recognition of our presence. Then, Babuji, have you taken food? कोई देगा तब ना. Friends, don't seek attention. Be yourself. So important. So we have to rise above the mind and go to the intellect. Intellect is the seat of I. Now how to do that? Mind is a place of likes and dislikes. From that beyond is intellect, is the seat of discrimination, right and wrong. Mind is likes and dislikes. Intellect is right and wrong. Now just see who is guiding our life. We like to keep awake up to 2 o'clock, don't like to get up early in the morning. Likes, dislikes. Right and wrong, going to sleep early, early to bed and early to rise. But that we don't like. So who is guiding our life? Our personal likes and dislikes, or what is right and wrong? Who is guiding the life? See, friends, those who are held up only in the mind, then they will be all the time crying, seeking attention, going to the Bhagwan also and looking at the God. Why this beggary? See? You must have seen, I won't name the Sampradaya, but there they will be standing. क्यों भाग जा रहा है क्या वो? See? He is nowhere out. He is your own essential nature. See? So, life must be guided by wisdom, not by emotions. Emotions bind us. Wisdom liberates us. And when we thus come to intellect, there again there is a catch. What is the catch? Catch is, we instead of remaining intelligent, we become intellectuals. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable. They want to improve the world. They want to advise everybody what others should do. Intellectuals. No, I am telling it for your good. Beta, you have to study and grow. See, intellectual. Wise man, बाढ़ में जाओ यार, मेरा दिमाग मत खाओ. Relax. Don't get involved with anybody on any count. For that, our Mahamantra is, who asked you? So, coming to the intellect discrimination, we have to practice it as our spiritual practice, not tell others. What others should do is not our business. This is what elderly people do. When the child is standing, if I, the oldie, hey, sit down. He sit down. Other child is sitting, hey, why is it? Get up. Why? I have to tell something to somebody. Friends, be very attentive. Very subtle point. Shah Jahan, when he was imprisoned by his beloved son, he was king, ruling the country for so many years. Now he is in the jail. He can't rule anybody. So he requested his worthy son that please give me few children, I can teach them the Holy Quran and that will be good. So he said, okay, no problem. 100 children were sent there. And then he was teaching them. What is the moral of the story? We are all the victims of our own activities. He who has been ruling for so many years, he cannot stop or he cannot live without ruling somebody. Why our ministers are like that? Once you get the taste of a particular chair, you don't want to give it up. If this is the general example, come to your own life. The mother-in-law had been ruining the family for so many years. Now the daughter-in-law comes at home. And then the tussle. Who is the ruler? And in that tussle, that dumb husband comes son. He is cracked. See? How important it is to understand. And if we are spiritual seekers, your whole attitude in life will change. I have seen only one mother-in-law in the whole world, not mine. Only one mother-in-law in the whole world. A Nepalese lady. She is no more now. She got her son married in USA. Got the girl imported from Nepal. These are another funny things. Indian, they want to get that girl for their son from India. India is worse than USA. So she got the girl and got married. And first 2-3 months, okay. Afterward, the girl said, we must have our own space. We'll live separately. Now the son, husband, what to do. जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ? But the mother-in-law was very intelligent. She used to regularly conduct also, come for my classes also. What she did, she told her son, my dear son, you are my son. You don't have to prove that you love me. I don't have to prove that I love you. Both of us have got problem, that girl. You have to prove to your wife that you love her. I have to prove to my daughter-in-law that I love her. Therefore, focus attention on her, not on me. If she is happy staying separately, stay separately. See? That wisdom is spiritual life. अदरवाइज हमारे घर में ऐसे होता था, तुम्हारे घर में राम 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 राम. See, we have to ourselves understand this. Then we are living in meditation. See? So, what was our journey? We started from the worldly objects, came to the sense organs, came from the sense organ to the mind. Our obsessions, likes and dislikes, we have to go beyond by wisdom, what is right and wrong. Now, beyond the right and wrong, when we go, then we practice that in our life. We don't start teaching others what they should do. Only by listening to this. See what is the quality of your mind. You are not sleeping, you are not thinking, you haven't gained anything, nor have you lost anything. Because you are one with the infinite. This being without becoming is living in meditation. Because we are too much body oriented, then we go on doing the asana, pranayam, etc. Keep the body healthy, but that is not all in life. Healthy body is not for doing asana. Healthy body is to live happily. Unhealthy body will never give you a comfortable stay in this world. But when you are obsessed with that, then you are nowhere near the divine. Hey, my friends. Now, this silence is different than the silence in a graveyard. This silence is not opposed to the sounds. Let there be noise, let there be chaos. As the water is silent, let it be a high tide or a low tide. Nothing happens to us. In the same manner, all the experiences, they will come and go, but they do not influence us. Like the space is not influenced by the contents, mind is not influenced by the thoughts, and we are not influenced by the waking, dream, deep sleep. That substratum is Kutastha Chaitanya. Therefore, it is not a gain. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. So we don't become divine. Only our divinity is allowed to manifest. In this 1 hour session, we don't have, then we have done something or we have achieved something. Because we are not doing anything and we didn't get anything. Yet, this experience is beyond loss and gain. Like the vision has the experience. Any color and form, come and go, no loss, no gain. When the same experience extends, then waking comes and goes. Arrival of the waking is no gain. Departure of the waking is no loss. Arrival of the dream is no gain. Departure is no loss. Arrival of the deep sleep is no loss. Departure of the deep sleep is no gain. All of them, chala chali ka khela, they come and go, we remain the same. Living in this poise and playing the game of life is living in meditation. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.